Welcome back to TechnoSurgeon YouTube channel. So today we are having the news regarding AMD Radeon RX 6900 XTX, and it is set to compete with RTX 4080, but the performance is very high compared to RTX 4080. Like this literally said, like RTX it is set to challenge not 4090, but as you can see on the screen here, we have news regarding FSR 3.0, but regarding RTX 7900 XTX we will talk about it in few minutes. But first of all, the thing is about FSR 3.0. As it has been seen here, AMD's FSR 3.0 is not a reaction or a quick thing to DLSS 3. It is absolutely something we have been working on for a while. Why is it taking a little bit longer for it to come out that you had hoped for? The key thing to remember that FSR is the FSR philosophy. In the FSR philosophy and FSR until now did not just work on RDNA 2 or RDNA 1, they worked on other generation of AMD graphics card. They also worked on competitors graphics card. It is exponentially harder than if we just make it work on RDNA 3. We really do want to work on more than just RDNA 3. So basically, even if FSR 3.1 requires an upscaling tech like the tensor cores in their GPU, it will work on RDNA 2, RDNA 1, or maybe lower down the cards. So it's a pretty nice thing to see that AMD is focusing on lower generations of graphics card to improve them, which is a nice thing to see. I just hope like it gets better performance compared to every other thing. Moving on, we have news regarding RDNA 3, as the slide of RDNA 3 architecture is set to exceed 3 GHz, as the official site for the diagram says. It's expected to exceed 3.3 GHz, like 203 GHz boost clock. As you can see on the screen here, in the diagram itself, it says architected to exceed 3 GHz, and we can see it on the screen also. Like some competitors have been able to overclock it. Like you can overclock it crazily in RDNA 3 maybe, because if you say 7900 XT can go from 2.3 GHz game clock to 3 GHz, and 7900 XTX from 2.4 GHz to all the way to 2.5 GHz from to all the way to 3 GHz, which is a nice thing to see. As you can see on the screen here, it has a boost clock of 2.5 GHz, but if the rumors are true, it can boost up to 3 GHz out of the box, as the AIP partners are able to overclock but only able to see 3% overclock potentially with 7900 series, and this is indeed low, but it will be probably because they don't have the final driver, but it is a preliminary drivers. So when they have the final drivers, they might be able to overclock it pretty insanely also, as 3 GHz is a pretty high number, and 3% overclock is pretty close. Like XTX is currently close to 2.5 GHz, which is the maximum limit. If you overclock it by 3%, it won't be that much, but if it goes to 3 GHz, it will be truly insane. Along with we have some performance. Like it looks like even though RX 7900 XTX, AMD has clearly said like it is not set to compete with RTX 4090. Its goal is to compete with 4080, but according to the native performance, as you can see on the screen here, it says it's going to its performance is close to RTX 4090. As you can see on the screen here, a user has been able to take the slides from the like 1.5% increase and tell it into FPS. As you can see on the screen here, RX 7900 XTX in Watch Dogs at 4K gets 132 and 4090 is 141. Like it's not able to beat 4090, but in Call of Duty Cyberpunk 2077 it literally beats it by 0.3 frames, which is insane to see because it's just 0.3 frames, and in Metro Exodus also by 0.1 frame. But do note, like it is going to retail for $1,000, so if it's able to beat it, it's pretty insane. And even if it gets close, like in this, it gets close to 133.5, which is close to 139 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And you can see on the screen here, like in AMD's official website, it says 139 frames per second in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, so it's relatively similar. But if it's become to that close, it's insane to see, because RTX 4090 is retailing for $1,800, and 7900 XTX is going to be $1,000, so which is insane. And if we get the same performance, moving on, we have issues regarding RTX 4090. the adapter, and it's not the issue with the adapter itself, it's more of the issue with the pcie 5.0 connector. As you can see on the screen here, a user posted a story on Reddit where another user failed to RTX 4090, as the original article states. Like, he was worried about RTX 4090 adapter breaking, so he went with a 12 phase power delivery ATX for a 3.0 power supply, which is MSI MPG 13i something, which is MPG AI 1300p power supply for RTX 4090, and that connector broke. Yeah, you heard it right. Like, there's some issues with PCI 5.0 power connector itself, as the update is like it broke, and he also made it similar to how it was instructed, not close to the power supply and stuff like that, not to bend it, pretty close, but then also it broke. So it's indeed an issue with the RTX not 4090, but the connector itself, it's not the adapter issue. But they should be able to fix it. They should fix it because it's an issue and it's melting away powerful GPUs as of now. So RTX 4090 is also powerful and it's expensive, so they should just fix it. So that's it from me today. What do you think about the news? Sound off your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe. Peace out.